Welcome to this presentation on alkanes. We'll explore their structure, physical and chemical properties, methods of preparation, and their reactions, including a focus on their isomerism and nomenclature. Alkanes are the simplest type of hydrocarbons, consisting only of single bonds between carbon and hydrogen atoms, making them saturated hydrocarbons. They follow the general molecular formula CnH2n+2 and are commonly referred to as paraffins. These compounds are abundantly found in crude oil and natural gas. Alkanes can be synthesized through methods such as the hydrogenation of alkenes and alkynes, where double or triple bonds are converted to single bonds in the presence of catalysts like nickel or platinum. Another method involves the decarboxylation of carboxylic acids, where heating sodium salts of carboxylic acids with soda lime produces alkanes. Alkanes exhibit a range of physical states. Methane to butane are gases, pentane to heptadecane are liquids, and octadecane and beyond are solids. Their boiling and melting points increase with molecular weight due to stronger van der Waals forces. Alkanes are insoluble in water but dissolve well in nonpolar solvents like benzene. They are less dense than water. Let's take a moment to test your understanding of what we've covered so far. Please choose the correct answers to the following questions about the general formula of alkanes, the catalyst used in their hydrogenation, and the state of alkanes with carbon atoms C8 and above. Alkanes undergo two primary types of chemical reactions: substitution and combustion. In substitution reactions, alkanes react with halogens like chlorine or bromine in the presence of ultraviolet light. This reaction replaces hydrogen atoms in the alkane with halogen atoms. For example, methane reacts with chlorine under UV light to form chloromethane and hydrogen chloride. This substitution can continue, forming dichloromethane, trichloromethane, and eventually carbon tetrachloride as successive hydrogen atoms are replaced. The second type of reaction is combustion, where alkanes burn in the presence of oxygen. This process yields carbon dioxide and water, releasing significant energy. For instance, methane combusts with oxygen to form carbon dioxide and water, a reaction that's central to many energy production processes. Isomerism in alkanes refers to structural isomerism, where compounds have the same molecular formula but different structural arrangements. This phenomenon begins with butane, which has the molecular formula C4H10. The earlier alkanes, such as methane, ethane, and propane, do not exhibit isomerism because they do not have enough carbon atoms for branching. From butane onward, the number of possible isomers increases with the carbon chain length, introducing diversity in structure. Let's look at specific examples of alkanes with 4 and 5 carbon atoms. For butane, C4H10, there are two isomers: N-butane, which has a straight chain structure, and isobutane, which is a branched isomer. Moving on to pentane, C5H12, we see 3 possible isomers: N-pentane with a straight chain, isobutane with one branch, and neopentane, which has a compact, highly branched structure. When we examine hexane, which has the molecular formula C6H14, we find 5 distinct isomers. These are N-hexane, 2-methylpentane, 3-methylpentane, 2,2-dimethylbutane, and 2,3-dimethylbutane. Each of these isomers has the same molecular formula, but a different arrangement of carbon and hydrogen atoms, leading to unique structural variations that significantly influence their physical and chemical properties. In naming alkanes, the IUPAC rules provide a systematic approach to ensure that every compound has a unique and descriptive name. First, we identify the longest continuous chain of carbon atoms, known as the parent chain. Then, we number the carbon atoms starting from the end closest to any substituent group to ensure the substituents get the lowest possible numbers. Substituents, which are the branches or side chains, are named as alkyl groups, and their positions on the parent chain are specified using these numbers. Finally, we combine the names of the substituents with the parent name in alphabetical order, separating numbers from words with hyphens and numbers from each other with commas. Let's work through some examples and see how these rules are applied. Let's apply the IUPAC rules to name this compound. First, we identify the longest continuous carbon chain, which consists of 4 carbons, so the parent name is butane. Next, we number the carbon atoms from the end closest to the substituents, which are 2 methyl groups attached to carbon 2. Since there are 2 identical substituents, we use the prefix D- and the positions of the substituents. The final name is 2,2-dimethylbutane, indicating 2 methyl groups on the second carbon of butane. In this example, the longest continuous carbon chain contains 6 carbons, making the parent name hexane. Numbering the chain from the end nearest to the substituents gives the positions of the groups as follows: an ethyl group at carbon 3 and methyl groups at carbons 2 and 5. Following the alphabetical order, we name the substituents as ethyl and then methyl. Since there are 2 methyl groups, we use D- to indicate this. The final name of the compound is 3-ethyl-2,5-dimethylhexane, highlighting the positions and types of substituents on the hexane backbone. Let's evaluate your grasp of the chemical properties and isomerism of alkanes with these questions. Select the appropriate options based on the substitution reactions and types of isomerism we've discussed. To summarize, we've explored alkanes as saturated hydrocarbons, reviewed their physical and chemical properties, understood various preparation methods, discussed substitution reactions and structural isomerism, and covered their systematic nomenclature rules. Thanks for watching. To deepen your understanding of any topic, explore our comprehensive resources, including revision notes, past questions, gamified quizzes, and workbooks. These tools are designed to help you master the concepts effectively and enjoyably.